Taz Williams, you are a Baylor Bear. This is an emergency. Locked on Baylor.
You are Locked On Baylor, your daily podcast on the Baylor Bears. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Wow. A stunning development in Baylor football recruiting. Taz Williams, the composite four-star wide receiver from Red Oak, had all these hats in front of him today. Penn State, Michigan, A&M. He got offers from Alabama, USC, anywhere you could think of. He didn't even pick up a hat. He said, nah, I'm going to Baylor. Wow. Stunning stuff. I'm Cam Stewart of ESPN Central Texas and the Cam Show on Rogue Media Sports Network. Thank you for making this your first listen today and every day, even in the middle of an evening, early evening, afternoon on the weekend for what is one of the biggest recruiting wins Baylor's probably ever had. Taz Williams, four-star receiver. This comes 6 days after his friend Kamauryn Morgan and teammate at Red Oak becomes the first Baylor four-star in 2 years. In terms of recruiting, we are so back. We are so freaking back. You didn't have them for 2 years. You had 2 4-stars in a week. He punked everybody. He's like, I'll just pick between, I don't know, I'm the most offered recruit in the state of Texas in the class of 2025. I'll just put all these blue bloods on the table, and I'm going to go build something special at Baylor. Oh, A&M might never recover. That's 2 in a week that they really wanted we took from them. They're going to say in the Texags message boards, we don't want these guys. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. Baylor, we're paying players, all right. Bags you? Yes, bags you. That is it now. Credit to everyone on this football staff for getting it together, man. Should it have been happening a year or two ago? Sure, but today's not the day for that. Today is the day to celebrate this coaching staff. And specifically, Dallas Baker and Keenan Hall, man. They went out there and they made this thing happen. Dallas Baker has been a terror in recruiting the last couple of years, and they haven't been able to get over the line. Keenan Hall is that guy that gets him over the line. He's a South Oak Cliff guy, Dallas guy, DFW, and he has been nailing the DFW. Man, what an unbelievable coup for Baylor. This is not Baylor taking a recruit over some blue bloods 10 years ago. This is Baylor off a 3-9 season, taking him off some blue bloods. Are you kidding? And I'm in there. I'm watching the video today. I'm watching the live for Taz's recruitment, and I'm like, I'm just going to watch it just in case. In fact, I said on the Matt Mosley show yesterday, I was like, look, he's going to commit somewhere else tomorrow, but there's still this visit. Baylor's still pushing hard. Like, don't be surprised if they're able to flip him at some point. Nope. He said, I'm sold. And Baylor has been on his trail pretty early since like the first month of him playing varsity football in 2022. And you want to talk about production, playmaker, man. 80 catches, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns in an awesome district for a really good Red Oak team. That's why he had the most offers of anybody in the state of Texas. That's why. Playmaker in a big-time district at a big-time level of high school football, and Baylor got him. This is massive. And even if this season doesn't go according to plan, Dave Aranda can point at this week in July for a reason to get another year. Absolutely he could. And It might not work out if that's the case, but hey, if you're gonna get your licks in on Baylor, get it done this year, man. Because as long as we've got these guys on the staff out there on the recruiting trail, our day will come. And it's with guys like Kamauryn Morgan and Taz Williams setting the tone and laying the foundation to make this program a damn program again, man. Woo-hoo. Like that doesn't even happen in a dream. He's got all these hats. Michigan, Penn State, A&M. Alabama was in the race until the bitter end. USC was in the race. Utah, the odds-on favorite to win this conference. No, it's coming to Baylor. The crowd looked stunned. How could they not be? I was stunned. I know how much this coaching staff has been pushing for this guy and how much better it's been on the recruiting trail this year, but I'm still stunned. We had Turboff on a few days ago talking about the Kamauryn Morgan commitment and how that could help for the future. Like guys saying, well, I went up against this guy. He was a 4-star. He went to Baylor. You know, how that might change the dynamic of that BU on the recruiting trail. Now, what do you think it does? Now you got 2 studs that had just about any offer they wanted. They're coming to Baylor. They believe in this program and this coaching staff. They could sell anything at this point. 3-9. 2 studs in a week. A&M, like the original Bags U. Wanted both of them. I mean, this is incredible. This is incredible. Let's go to the comments. Keenan Hall for president. Yes, I cannot put into words how important his impact has been. Keenan Hall. Remember the name. He's the one that's going to bring all your programs down and keep Baylor at the top. Man, someone's going to come at him with a blank check at some point. Raise the tuition at Baylor if we got to, man. That is, wow. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Scotty B makes me want to break dance to the song Let It Rock. This makes me want to have Kevin Rudolph play it live for you, bud. That's incredible. This is unbelievable. Coach Dave Aranda, I'll be back. Again, I've said it all off season. He has done what's been asked of him in the 7 months since they've played a football game. And I know that's all that matters. I'm going to talk about that on Monday probably. I know that's all that matters. Trust me, before you get in the comments to say that, I know. But since the end of last season, I think he's pushed damn near every button right. Except maybe Kapilovic. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Brandon, who I know this is a lot of people's thoughts when they're watching things like this. Come on, fine. Let's get him on campus. I think that meant to say I wasn't alive, but Chuck Reedy had top 5 classes year after year and didn't get them to campus. Sorry, but dude, I'll bet you like your blankets wet. I don't know what to say. Yes, you do. You need to wait a couple months. You need to sign him on the dotted line, and there's going to be schools that throw a ton of money at him. I get it, but that's the world of college football. That's how we know it. That's what this sport is. Not to say you're wrong, Brandon, and I appreciate the comment. It's just that if we can't celebrate the little things, why get into this at all? This is why we do it. Man, this is fun. It's like, I don't know, any touchdown can be called back. Doesn't mean you can't celebrate them. You know? That's all. That's all. Yeah, kind of lost in this. Thank you, GOAT, for this comment. Ja'Cory Watson, too. Ja'Cory Watson, 4-star guy. Man. Composite 4-star. So that's why Kamauryn Morgan was the first 4-star in 2 years. Awesome. Like this last, because I was talking with Turboff a few weeks ago, and I was like, this class ain't all that great. Nothing against any one of them individually, but you just look at the composite and it's not tremendous. Well, now it is. Now it is. Now you've got the third best class in the Big 12 for 2025. I know, but man, what momentum. What momentum. Resurgence is right. The resurgence thing looks legit now. It really does. Goat also says, how much does Gary Patterson's involvement play a role in this? Honestly, I don't think it's a lot. Nothing against Gary. And obviously, he's going to be, I still think, a big part of this team this year. But Gary's staying out of the way of everything. Like, he's not even going to be on the sidelines in like on game days. I don't even think he's going to be at McLean. That's what we have heard. So I don't know that he's out there recruiting or anything like that. I mean, they might see that, hey, Gary Patterson's on the staff, and that's awesome. But honestly, a lot of these guys have used Dave Aranda by name in their quotes. I know they're not going to say bad things about him when they commit, but they're saying, we believe in this defense that he's running and how hands-on he is in this program that he's building. So, yeah, it's great for Baylor overall that Gary Patterson is there, but I don't know how much it has to do with these couple of recruiting wins, which, my goodness, have been huge. I think I've said huge and unbelievable like 50 times each in this live. I can't believe it. And like everyone, all the recruiting sites had Baylor as warm and nothing else. And that's probably because of the momentum that we've had the last couple of days. Things like this show and some of the information that we were getting about the official visit, which was a bit wishy-washy. Come to find out later in the week. The interest was there, absolutely. And now here it is. No official visit needed. He's clearly visited before, as you can see from the thumbnail in this YouTube video. He does have pictures in Baylor gear and everything, but man. And I'll say this about Baylor fans. I know we're not the biggest fan base in the country. And I know there's been a lot of trouble punching out the stadium the last 2 years. Trust me, I'm not gonna do the photo from the press box, but we all see it, right? Then again, when I got onto that live today, the Taz Williams live, not this one, for Taz Williams' commitment, I love reading those live comments, and there were so many Baylor fans in there. So many. Like every third or fourth comment was Baylor. This is, again, we were a school that didn't have a hat on the table. It wasn't in the top 4. This shocked the nation today. Penn State and Michigan and A&M are punching air right now. And still there were that many Baylor fans at 4 o'clock on a Saturday in the live stream saying, Baylor, here we come. Bags you, baby. And they were right. Baylor got more heat in those live stream comments than they got from the Waco media all season long last year. He's not going to Baylor. Throw his career away at Baylor. Who is Baylor? Baylor's irrelevant. He's going to Michigan. No, sir. No, sir. And he said something in there. Taz said something in there. And I can't remember it, so I don't want to say I'm just quoting him. But he said something in there about like paving his own way, making his own path. And that's exactly what this is. Because I'm going to almost guarantee the sell is, Taz, we got a good thing going, right? But you can make it a great thing. Pieces like you and your pal Kamauryn, that's how we get the program back to where it needs to be. And he bought into that. Clearly. And Keenan Hall, man, best recruiter they've had since Joey McGuire and Matt Rule. This was unthinkable an hour and a half ago. Whew. Wow. Just incredible. This does make me wonder what Austin Novosad's thinking about now, but that's for another day. Taz Williams, Baylor Bear. We're going to have more of a breakdown on this on Monday's show. but get involved down in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment on where this ranks for you in terms of the all-time Baylor recruits. This is a guy who's going to go well into the 4-star, almost into the 5-star range this year, by the way. Like, if his production, if he's on a similar path the way he has been the last 2 years, his star will rise, even though he's already committed. So drop that down in the comments below, what you think about this. Does this mean Baylor is back, at least on the recruiting trail? Because I'm going to need to catch my breath and put out a more measured approach for Monday. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for making it your first listen today and every day. And we will see you Monday at the start of a new week on your favorite show and Taz Williams' favorite show, probably Locked On Baylor.